Be interesting to see what these pipes do to the fuel consumption for it. But that sound is so good. I am so pleased with that. I'll talk you through it. It wasn't an easy ride to install, but we got there in the end. It took a lot of tinkering. Just went through the town just to give the... Just wanted to try it on some speed bumps because I had to make the brackets myself. And they seem fine. It's just... it's not that I don't have confidence in the brackets. It's just because I've done it. And it's like, oh God, they're going to fall off. They're going to come off. Oh, have I done it right? They should be fine. And it looks like they're both still there, which is a good sign. But it's the first time sort of doing something like that myself. Like I can install full systems. And I thought just buying a set of mufflers was just going to be a case of take the old ones off and put the new ones on. Wasn't that easy. Had a few minor hiccups that we sort of overcome. Sounds great. Like it sounds brilliant. You've probably heard of a website called Matea. They're a German company, but they will ship to the UK. And the shipping's actually quite reasonable, to be fair. It's not too bad. But I've started using them because I like that you can put your bike model in and like all the parts that will fit your bike, whether it's like a direct fit or universal, it will come up. And these pipes came up for this. The pipes are from Craftride. I don't know the model name of the pipes. I think they are literally just like Craftride mufflers / silencers, that sort of like generic. So I'm actually terrified of pulling over at the moment because I just went over a really hard bump and I didn't see it. So I'm expecting to get in this car park and see my exhaust basically hanging off. Oh, more bumps. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. That's exactly why I wanted to come here. So I've actually managed to find them, and I will leave a link, but if you go on Matea UK, you literally just put your bike in at the top in that little tick, put your bike model in, search for muffler, and these are all the ones that should fit. So it'll either be universal or like, you know, a straight fit. So if I just keep scrolling down until I find them, these are the ones here. I think, yep, that's them. So they were 2,799, then they were dropped to 184, but if you put the 35% code in, you can actually pick them up for even cheaper, £120. It's brilliant. So this is them, and they've got that, like I said, that muffler, straight, motorbike, rear silencer, slip-on, cafe, like it's just that generic, Google will find this title, but they're great. They're absolutely great. You can buy them single. They do come with these reducers, like I said, and they don't look too bad on the bike. I think they look brilliant. I had a couple of little sort of mishaps with it. So the first thing that happened was I couldn't get the original mufflers off because the clamps, the heads on the bolts had gone, so I couldn't loosen them up. So I couldn't get them off. So I just took the entire pipe, well, both pipes off because the mufflers were joined, so it made it one unit. So I took the whole unit off, used an angle grinder on the heads of the bolts of the clamps, got the mufflers off. Brilliant. The next thing was putting these on. Now it does come with reducers. Unfortunately, the reducers just weren't enough. So I did order more. I ordered smaller ones and they didn't work. And I even used like a Dremel to try and make it smaller so I could put another. Anyway, done all that, didn't work. But then I was like, why don't I just use the pipes from the original mufflers? Because I know they fit. So what I done, again, angle grinder came out, and actually here, about that much worth. Here's a little bit longer, it's about that much worth. You see there's two clamps? That's because what I done was I cut the original pipe off and used it as a reducer. So it's got like one of those reducers in there and then the original pipe and a load of exhaust paste. The way that exhaust paste works is you put it in and then it solidifies when it gets hot, which leads me on to my next snag. So I put the gum in like these little, like where it joins up. You might be, there you go, you can kind of see it. And then when it gets hot, it solidifies, basically acts like a concrete. While I was letting the bike run, some had fallen out of this joint on top of this pipe. And now I've pointed it out, you could probably see that chrome's a little bit hazy. Because I'm smalt, I went on Google and was like, oh, well, how can I get like heated gun gum off of an exhaust, off of chrome? It said, use wire wool or use Autosol. I was like, I know what, I'll do, I'll use both. It was just a little bit too harsh. I could probably bring this back up. I'm not too worried because they were so cheap, like it's £70 per silencer. if I can't bring this up and it really does bother me, I'll just replace it. It's not the end of the world. So they're all my minor snags. So the reducer's not fitting, the original pipe's not actually coming off, and just gun making that a bit hazy. I wish I had rotated this a bit more that way so you can't see that. I have ordered a heat shield to cover this join. Hopefully it will cover that a bit as well. It doesn't have to do it all of it, just enough so I'm happy. And I've ordered a hacksaw just to get rid of those little nibbly bits, but I think that looks brilliant. So just as a bit of a reminder, this is what it sounded like with the original pipes on. And really, it doesn't sound too bad because the baffles have been drilled out. It didn't sound too bad, but I blame my friends. Like, it's their fucking fault. It's their fault. Right, I spend 5 minutes with them, go to a show, and then all of a sudden, money has been spent on the bike, sending them the bill. So yeah, that's what it sounded like before, and this is what it sounds like now. So what we'll do now is we'll go get the GoPro set up on the side of the road. We'll do a couple of ride passes. We'll do a couple of passes, ride passes. We'll ride past so you can hear what it sounds like on the move. If we're doing it as a mini review, looks wise, 10. I think they look amazing. That 10 does come down to a little bit of an 8, but that's not the pipe's fault. That is totally my fault. Like, I should have planned the way I'd done the clamps a bit better, and probably should have been a bit tidier with the gum, like the exhaust paste. Like, I hate giving 10s as well. I don't believe in 10s, so everything's a 9 or a 9.5. But like, for the price of £125, install though, I would say install is probably about an 8. Because firstly, I enjoy doing that stuff. Like, I know it's not 100%, but I'm not a trained mechanic. I don't, like, this is just a hobby of mine, right? And I kind of make it up as I go along from things that I've learned from my dad and my friends, and just trial and error. But you know, when you put your bike in on that website and you get a list of items that will fit universally, and they do, you know, but I had to make them fit, and it wasn't just with the bits that I got with them. I had to make parts and I had to make stuff happen. So I'd say an 8, but it was fun. Like, it was fun to do. I really enjoyed it. So like, if we're being realistic, so looks is a 9, sound is a 9, value for money is 9.5, and ease of install I'd say is an 8. But overall, I'm extremely happy with them. And I think one of the best parts about them is because they are so cheap, not too worried about them getting scuffed up. Because I am going to use, like, I use this bike in the winter. I use it, you know, in horrible weather conditions. There's salt on the road, there's rain, there's mud. You know, they are gonna feel the weather a bit. But like, I'm not too bothered for £70 per pipe. You know. No, I'm really happy with them. Let me know what you think, if you've done similar mods, or if you've got any suggestions if I ever do it again. My thing is, as long as they got on, they got on. Like, doesn't matter how you got there, like, they're on. Could have been a bit tidier, but they're on, you know. But yeah, if you've got any comments, suggestions, or stuff that you've done, please drop it below. Thanks for watching. I don't really know how to end videos still, something I'm still working on, but I'm just gonna go. I am literally just gonna go. Me saying like I don't know how to end a video, and this is like my first video in ages, but I have got some things coming. Like, I am working on the bolt. It has got a few bits on it already, but I'm trying not to give any sort of spoilers, he says as he's opening the garage. Yeah, you can't see. No spoilers. So yeah, the bolt's going to be like a bit of a winter project, so hopefully get some more videos going. Let's just double check and make sure they're still on. There is no snap brackets, all the bolts are still there. 1, 2, 1, 2, that's on, that's on. Is that missing a bolt? No. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Who said I was worried? I'm not worried.